Hi, I'm Leona Swiftsilver. Raised as a bard in Ilvinus, I've been on quite the adventure these past few months. After being blamed for the death of Lord Richard Kentigern and exiled from my home, I started exploring various cities and towns in Sen Maria, places I'd only read about as a child. I've met so many new friends, and have also endured a few difficult goodbyes. One such goodbye was with my childhood sweetheart, Roman. After learning that he not only tampered with my memory most of my years growing up, but is also a member of the Assembly, I chose to abandon my dreams of marrying him and stay with my new family. Oh, I suppose that's important. After growing up an orphan in the courts, I learned that my father gave me and my sister up in order to protect us from our mother. Did I mention that Kessra is my older sister? She's not particularly thrilled about it, but I don't doubt that she'll come around eventually. In the meantime, I'll have to be content with trying to help her fulfill a prophecy with the rest of Fate's Chosen, and find better ways to propose to my fiancé, Areo Mossier. As we continue forward with great challenges awaiting us, I hope to harness the new divine oracle power given to me by the Everlight. I want to make her proud and keep my friends safe in the battles to come. One day, when the world is at peace, I hope to be with my dearest Areo, my entire family, and enjoy a happily ever after of my own.
Sup, I'm Kessra Stormbreaker, and I'm doing this against my will. I said I would do it. Didn't say how I was gonna do it. Fine, let's start over. I'm Kessra Stormbreaker, and apparently I have to save the world. Sounds dramatic, right? A nobody from the middle of nowhere gets cursed, and now she has to defeat an ancient evil. Seems like there would be somebody more qualified than an average mercenary who spent most of her time going against goblins and orcs, yeah? Well, I checked, and there isn't. So now, while everyone else is dealing with a major civil war and all hell literally starting to break loose, I get to go searching for rocks that haven't been seen in centuries. I don't have to do this by myself, and I can't tell if I'm grateful for that or not. They all, most of them anyway, seem to believe that I've got what it takes. And strangely enough, they're all willing to risk life and limb to help make that happen. But trust me, if I had my way, I'd disappear into a shitty little town in the middle of nowhere, and no one would hear from me ever again. But I don't have that luxury. So instead, I talk to my horse, listen to a shitlord in the sky, sometimes, and try to figure out if I'm going in the right direction. Man, I really hope everyone's right.
It was supposed to be a simple mission. Find the Crown Prince and convince him to come with me and lead a coup against his mother, the Empress. If only it was that simple. Who am I? When I left on this mission, I was Staff Sergeant Eldon Vale of the Imperial Army. A life of service is all I've known. I was sent away from Grassgrave when I was 16 to join the military, and since jail was my only other option, I went. I rose through the ranks rather quickly, earning a reputation for always getting the job done, no matter what. This led to being handpicked by Captain Valerie Donahart to serve under her command. In my 4 years serving under her, I learned more about leadership and friendship than I ever thought I would. She's become the most important person in my world, which made it all the more difficult to leave on this fateful mission. I did find the Crown Prince, Areo Mossier, and I convinced him to come with me to take his place as Commander-in-Chief. We were getting ready to leave when I met the Oracle, Andromeda Skyseeker. She inadvertently showed me a vision I cannot begin to understand. To make things more complicated, Areo then promoted me to captain and reassigned me to watch after Leona and Kessra and aid them in their mission to piece together the Veldahar. So here I am, in the company of people I barely know, in a world of magic and courtly intrigue I was not prepared for, separated from the one person I cannot live without. Simple, right?
Why, hello there. My name is Alexander Lightbringer, and I enjoy long moonlit walks, vigilante archaeology, and making new friends. I was born the fourth of 6 children to my well-meaning and overbearing parents. I was expected to dedicate my life to Pelor in some fashion, but I could never seem to get the hang of it. My passion for knowledge and not faith was eventually accepted, and I was to be turned into a wizard the family could be proud of. Unfortunately, the magic I am most adept at is necromancy, the one thing my family opposes with all their might. As a result, I retreated from court life and spent many lonely years researching in secret. One evening, while raiding a long-forgotten temple, I stumbled upon a genuine damsel in distress. I was intrigued by her tales of a lost well of prophecy, and by the comely paladin she traveled with. The friends I made and the truths revealed at the well changed my outlook on life and the world. I help Fate's Chosen and continue my illicit research whenever my duties in Wolfcrest allow it. Instead of languishing in obscurity, I now work to free my home from the corruption of the Empire.
In the land of Iolan, there is a village that every 5 years sends strong, young warriors to the cursed jungle of the Grim to protect an ancient artifact known as Lorekeeper. This artifact is held in a sacred, dark place, the center of a harrowing labyrinth aptly named the Hopeless Gardens. My name is Atlas Seto, and I am the current guardian of this artifact. I was on my 3rd year of duty in the Grim when I experienced my greatest failure. I fell in battle to a wizard named Alistair McGrath and his thrall, Kareen. I had almost given up hope when a group of adventurers came looking for that which I had lost. It took many long conversations, a tenuous confrontation, but eventually I made the decision to travel with them to recover the ancient gem. After some harrowing trials, self-realizations, and forged friendships, Lorekeeper was recovered. Although I felt that my mission had changed, the duty still remained, and I chose to continue on. Now, I travel with Fate's Chosen, people I call friends, working to drive back the darkness that would engulf this world and make sure the power they seek is placed in willing and capable hands.
I wasn't the crowned prince of Rayomastia when I first met Fate's Chosen. I was simply Ray, a man looking for his missing sister. While traveling with them, well, I fell in love with Leona. Unable to imagine my life without her, it became my new mission to protect my friends while I embarked on a quest of my own, to save the members of my endangered family, and save the Empire from civil war. Underlying players to this rebellion have been slowly revealed to us, and it seems to be coming to an end. My mother, the Empress, is held captive in the Nine Hells, while the Archdevil Apollyon stands in her place, bent on taking over for his master, Asmodeus. I do what I can to protect them, but this group of unlikely heroes faces a much bigger threat than just a civil war between squabbling territories. An insurmountable force threatens the prime material plane, taunting us all from just beyond our horizon.
At the same time, many factions work to their own ends both for and against the party's personal objectives. The Divine Covenant seeks to protect the Primal Ban, while the Silence claims to root out corruption at its core by any means necessary. The Cult of the Dragon aims to raise Tiamat from the Nine Hells, and the Assembly? Bent on taking over the natural world. Even the gods on high mean to meddle in the lives of a group of adventurers they have named as Fate's Chosen, to some unknowable end. In a world where nothing is black or white, good or evil, Fate's Chosen must find a way to mark their own paths and claim their own destinies. Welcome to Open for Adventure.
Have you heard of those touched by fate? Families forged through triumph and trial. Heroes to both stranger and friend lend an ear, and I'll spin you their tale.
And welcome to the stream.
You good? Yeah, you good?
Yeah.
All right. I think that y'all are not muted. Nobody can hear my music. It's fine. I've never.
I'm going
done
to
this
say some
before.
words, just to be sure.
Your words.
Words?
Okay.
Words and things.
Welcome to the stream. We have a riot of a session today. Before we get started, Tony.
Why, hello, everyone. So, tonight we will be having yet another giveaway of the fantastic Fate's Chosen tea by Dryad Tea. It will be 2 ounces of this delicious tea. It is a rooibos and herbal blend, perfect for, drinking after stream. And Camille, what is our word for the night?
That is a great question that I definitely have the answer to.
Beast.
I'm pretty sure
Slay.
it's wish.
Oh.
Pretty
Is it
sure
the
it's
same
up
People are
already.
using Wish in chat. So.
It's Wish. It's
All right.
same as
It's
last
Wish
week.
again. Same as last
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, okay. Fancy. Fancy.
Fancy.
So
All
remember,
right.
go out there, put Wish in the chat once and only once, or you will be disqualified. And we will announce the winner at the end of tonight's stream.
That we will.
And if you don't want to wait to see if you won, you can always go out to Dryad Tea. I will put the link in the chat here momentarily, and you can actually just go out and buy it now if you want. Support small
Hey.
business.
Okay. Thank you, Tony, for 1, announcing the giveaway, and 2, sponsoring it. Hold on. Yeah, number 1. Who would like to give the in-character Terry? I think Terry should give the in-character recap.
Oh my goodness. It's such pressure. All right. Last time on Open for Adventure, Terry woke up handsome as ever, and as Terry did, there was a bit of a scrum rummaging about the Temple of Merowyn Sedaka. As everyone less handsome than Terry was investigating the possibility of finding some type of scroll, a magical incantation, some sort of a potion of fanciness, Terry went ahead and made sure that Alexander was back in tip-top with a good glitter hug. However, after the glitter hug had commenced, Alexander was almost right as rain, not really though, and the party found themselves a gate scroll, as well as some other magical accoutrement. They then brought in a magical demon that apparently is just a red tiefling. Terry doesn't really understand that, but
She's
a very powerful...
a dark-skinned tiefling with red eyes.
Exactly. You see? Not even perceptible by the vision of human beings. Now, as they were about to depart and head to the Beastlands to recover our missing foe or friend, hard to say. Details to come. Atlas now roaming around the Beastlands, fighting for his very life. The party decided to step outside the Temple of Merowyn Sedaka and found what? A nasty surprise they did. It turns out that Sori, the de facto leader of the bandits rummaging around the dead dunes of the dread, the dreaded dunes, the deadly dunes of the dread, had waited directly outside the temple for our party to emerge. Fate's chosen indeed. Not only that, but they were accompanied by the flying ship of Captain Beck, who was sort of secured in an ornamental fashion. However, Terry, being the hero that he is, pushed forth, and while invulnerable, rained fire from the sky, and the party did other things also. In the scrum, it turns out that Sori was escaping. A very powerful and speedy cat creature was very into birds. That's a whole separate conversation. Everybody has their thing. And they began making their way away from the party as Kesra fell victim to a certain freezing condition that sort of stopped her heart for a minute. Terry's really concerned about that because we're best friends. However, the battle has come to an end, essentially. Captain Burke's ship disintegrated, falling from the sky, surviving. And now the party gathers around their handsome leader, Terry, to discuss their next steps. back to you, Kim. Get him.
Me.
That was the best that's ever been done ever, I'm pretty sure.
Is your web capture on?
Probably. Nope. Fixed it. Just pushing buttons.
Kate, what about you?
My web capture should be on.
There it is. There it is.
I just haven't said anything, and I did the 2-line break like you told me to do.
Okay, I'm just checking because I didn't see it earlier. All right.
I'm done. I swear I'm done.
For my birthday, Mindy has decided to get me a bunch of annoyance.
I'm sorry.
That sounds mean, but they haven't seen you all pre-stream. This is fine. I've taken Advil, it's fine. So, Terry. It is the... Wait, hold on, this is not the right music.
We need something murderous.
Oh, God.
Terry.
That's right.
It is immediately after your meteor storm has hit.
Fire still dripping from the sky, no doubt.
No doubt.
Right.
I believe you had a mission that you wanted to accomplish.
I did, as it happens. As I see Sorry fleeing from the scene, her proverbial tail between her legs, and the cat that also has a tail between its legs, I want to give chase as fast as I'm able. How far away are they approximately?
So you tried to aim with your meteor swarm. Is that correct? You wanted to hit her with your meteor swarm?
It is correct.
And afterwards, you do not see her. Would you like to go search the rubble?
I would like to immediately scan the horizon in front of me for any sign of where she might have dithered off to.
Why don't you make an investigation check?
I'll do that, if you must. Ooh, that's not terrible. Investigation checking. 19. I want my body. Mystery abounds.
Apologies, there's a disturbance going on. What was your roll?
It's a 19. We just got him round that out to a 20 if you want. It's fine. Just even numbers.
You begin to search through the rubble. The ground is pockmarked with depressions from these meteors that have fallen from the sky.
Naturally.
Smoke fills the area, makes it hard to breathe, hard to see.
Yes, taking in my surroundings. The devastation of Terry. I shall brand this and take in this memory forever.
You see a figure on the ground, surrounded by her guard, is the form of Sorry. She has one aura. Both of her legs appear to be disfigured and broken. She is trying to pull herself up. You see blood is dripping out of her mouth. She doesn't seem to see you yet.
How many of her guard are present around her?
Alive?
Yes.
None. You stand there for a few moments.
I would give chase and approach as she crawls.
It's less of a crawling and more of a her trying to lift herself up. She's laying on her back, kind of pulling.
If she is able, I'll let her stand.
She's not. She does see you as you approach.
I will move to stand in front of her with my gold glistening everything on display. If you don't mind, sorry, before you carry on, thought maybe we'd have a chat.
What have you to say to me?
Well, first of all, I don't think we're friends anymore. It's a disappointment, sure. And I have this, and I'm going to pull out my simple dagger. I've never used it before. I don't really know how, in a fancy way like you, I suppose, but...
I'm so proud of you, Terry. Wait, that's not her voice. I'm so proud of you, Terry.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before.
You are becoming every bit the monster that I am.
Yeah.
You can kill me. That's okay.
See, here's what's interesting. Sorry, I definitely could. And I want to flip her over. And I want to press the knife up to her chest.
You're gonna flip her over like onto her stomach?
On her back.
She's already on her back. Yeah, so she's like, yeah.
Then I will carry forward.
Go ahead. Become one of us. Become a murderer. A killer. Do it. I serve a greater purpose, you see. Someone more powerful.
Sorry. As it happens, you don't serve shit. You're a stupid little girl, and you ruin the lives of people around you, and I'm saddened by it. It's a disappointment, to be sure. I think you're extremely talented. Gifted, even. This dagger is not special. There's nothing unique about it. Because it is not used for artistry. You'll keep it, and it will remind you of your failures forever. But I do have a gift for you that will perhaps do you some good. I would like to cast Modify Memory on her.
Do we see this? Is that Dreamcatcher?
Yes, that's Dreamcatcher. What's it save?
Hang on a tick.
D&D Beyond, you guys.
D&D Beyond.
Pretty fantastic.
D&D Beyond, it's D&D.
If you like what you're watching and you don't already follow us on Twitch, you should. Follow us on Twitter too, because it's open 4, the number 4 adventure. And if you like the people in the chat, most of them are in our Discord. You should probably join us because we really want to be your friends.
How far away is he? It's 100 feet. Okay, so we wouldn't see this.
If she is resistant to my wiles, she appears to be in rather rough shape, yes?
She does.
I would like to take out my piece of white fabric that I've kept with me. I would like to tie it round someplace on her waist, perhaps near her sheath of the dagger or some type of extracted loop, something readily accessible. Tie a knot, awkwardly tie a second knot, pause for a moment and think about it, then tie a third knot. And then I would like to cast Death Ward on her.
What is the memory you're attempting to modify?
Guess we'll never know.
What do you mean?
She saved, right?
How do you know? You didn't tell me the save!
You said she saved.
I did not!
She asked you what the save was.
I said, what's the save?
Uh,
I'm like waiting here in suspense for you to tell me.
The tension is building so rapidly in this
Right,
room.
yeah.
I can feel it in my bones.
so it's a 16.
It's the save. You feel you watch as her eyes glaze over. What's the memory?
Is she accepting the spell's effect?
You get the sense that she is charmed by you, yes.
All right. I would like to focus intently on a long walk home from the desert and my tired feet and sweaty brow, and walking towards my shop. And in a window of moments that stretch into forever, somehow only encapsulating 10 minutes, I would like to brand her memory with the vision of my burning shop, the discovery of my dead fiance, and in the moments that immediately follow, the anguish of desperation and failure. And I would focalize those feelings, concentrating specifically on an individual moment and injecting that entire sentiment along with that memory, and give her my eyes as an implanted observation, with no intent to create a disillusion of reality for herself, but more so the gift of the memory on its own. I will then complete my casting of Death Ward to protect her from any further ravages of the desert, and I will return back to Mirwin Sadaka's temple.
What's your passive perception?
Very low. 11.
Oh.
You walk away.
It does take 1 minute to cast the Modify Memory spell, so if someone is attempting to get the drop on me, I don't know how much time I would have left on my invulnerability.
It doesn't seem like anybody is around or trying to get the drop on you.
Then I would leave my dagger and the white fabric now symbolized in the memory implanted, and I will casually begin to walk back towards the group as I lose focus on my enlargement and concentration of any kind, really.
Yeah, you were already big. You return to see the rest of the party.
She got away. Here's Kisra. Is she all right? Someone tell me Kisra is okay. My
She's
best
alive.
friend.
She's alive, but I wouldn't say she's okay.
She's a fucking idiot. God.
I mean, we already knew that, dear.
Okay. As long as she's acting herself, that's all that's important. Well, anyways, it was a bit of a start here. Alexander with the invisible wall magic. I don't think I've seen that before. That was pretty fancy.
I mean, pretty fancy yourself there, Terry. That was some pretty high-level casting.
Well, to be fair, most of that was stolen. So, you know, it worked out.
Fair.
Yeah. That's not really like my normal bag, but I'm also good at stealing magic as long as it's like very readily accessible for thievery. It's probably
Right.
It's not really a specialty per se.
All right. Zytharia. Is Zytharia with us? Or is she...
I'm
they
right
made
here.
it back down?
I'm right behind you.
Terry, you said that she got away.
There was a great deal of smoke. It was thick with it, and the dunes roll and the heat waves rising off make perception difficult.
Right. Do you think it's wise for you to head back to town?
I think at some point you have to walk away from the beach and accept your fate, Alexander.
So that means you'll come with us to the Beastlands?
Well, how many beaches are there?
You know, I really don't know. No beaches, really.
I don't think so.
I would assume there must be some form of water in the Beastlands.
There's water, but I don't know if I would call them like the beach.
I mean, fair.
That sounds pretty far away from the beach either way. So, you know, that's consistent with it. However, I do have one last important thing to do before I can do much of anything else, and I wouldn't aim to hold your wonderful band of adventurers up any further.
And that is?
I just have to drop something off somewhere real quick back in town, and actually maybe a bit of soggy bread I think actually would hit the spot.
So I think what I'm trying to get at is we need to get the hell out of here. I mean, we may have chased off that army for now, but that's not something we can do every day.
No, I don't think any of us could do that again. I'm really surprised we got out. Honestly, they should have killed us the first 5 seconds, but...
Well, I mean, you can maybe steal some more things, or not really. I guess I don't know. I don't think you have to return the camels, so that's a plus. You just go ahead and humper bro those wherever you want to at this point.
I mean, my thought really was that honestly you would accompany us, Terry, and I, because I don't particularly relish the thought of leaving you alone in the desert.
I'm used to being alone in the desert, Alexander. It's by itself not particularly concerning. The desert has no ill will towards me at all.
The desert sucks.
Well, it's not ideal, sure. It's not hospitable either. I wouldn't say the desert is pro-Terry. I mean, look at this fair complexion. Well, not now, it's gold. Actually, I'm kind of liking this. Getting a little bronze going, maybe. But even still, I would be happy to lend my expertise to what appears to be a group of individuals much in need of magics and power.
Right.
And handsomeness.
So I guess what I'm trying to get at is that if you come with us, you probably won't get to run your errand for quite some time.
Errand?
Yeah. Tell you what, why don't you sort of make sure that Kisra's bandaged up, make sure that Eldon is taken care of, and give me sort of a moment to sit down and think about it. I've kind of been running for like the last 8 minutes in a row, and that's for me about double what I'm used to. I just think I need a quick thought.
Okay.
Would have done some healing on Captain Burke before, unless Scytharia wants to, since she was unconscious.
Burke is not speaking.
But she is awake.
Yes.
I'm just lying flat on my back on whatever ground Eldon deposited me on.
How far away did Terry go?
Was probably out into the dunes, past the entrance, 20 feet of the bridge, another misty step and run for her escape, at least 100 feet, I'd wager, yeah?
I'm gonna mosey on over towards you. Confirm. Yes. Good. And are you sitting down?
You'll find Terry very firmly planted back against the entrance gate stone wall, elbows on knees, staring off into the distance, but it looks like it's the pillar in front of him, but he's sort of peripherang that.
I'm going to take a seat beside you.
Well, you did good. It's a proper adventure. Kind of exciting.
Do you cast that spell often?
Yeah, well, sort of in the sense that it's like, no, I don't. Nope, this is the first time ever. You were here for my first time, so, let's just not make a thing of it.
You've never messed with someone's memories before?
I have. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, Captain Eldon, sir.
Yeah, wait.
You perceptive owl, you. Yes. I studied specifically for that bit of magic. It was important that I learn it.
Why?
It's not good to keep some memories. You can't just forget everything.
If you cast it on yourself, is that a thing you can do? Is that a thing you can do?
As it turns out, it's very experimental.
So I guess the better question is, how often have you messed with the memories of other people?
Well, today makes a first for a lot of things.
Okay.
Ah, that's not true. There was a bird once. Didn't work there. I was trying to make it remember. It was a whole carrier pigeon situation. Didn't quite. Anyway.
Why?
Well, if you can...
No, not the pigeon. Terry, I know that magic. I know it well.
Well, you're very smart. It's not a surprise.
That's not why I know it.
Okay. I'm sure you have your reasons.
What did you take and what did you give?
I'm not a huge fan of the idea of taking things out. I don't really have anywhere to keep them. But I think anyone who's interested in broadening their horizons always has a little room for things to get put in. You can always gift somebody insight or experience in a way. Lessons hard learned much easier, if you will.
Forgive me, that's very difficult to... I've only ever heard this spell used in different ways.
Well, sure, and I can understand that. A sword is dangerous. Captain Eldon, sir, you damn owl. He uses a sword, and it is sharp, and it is deadly. And in my limited time with your group, I have seen him put it to use for the sake of violence and destruction. Does not mean you could not till a garden with it, or bar a door to defend yourself, or lean on it when you become weary. A sword is no different than a spell. How you use it and why is... that's what determines which unsheaths it from your scabbard. I've drawn my sword but once. And maybe that's enough. But I'm sure you have your reasons, so you will use your sword however you need to. So that is up to you. How's Kisra doing?
Grumpy.
I will have knelt down next to her and kind of extend my stump towards her, and then my kind of ethereal arm will kind of appear, and I'll just put it on her shoulder. And I think you're going to need this more than I am, probably.
Your hand's still weird.
And I'm going to cast Life Transference and take a bunch of damage. And you are going to get 46 hit points back.
Oh, shit.
Best healer in the party.
Yeah, but it hurts. I'm barely up now.
Oh, never mind. My best friend's fine. Alexander, you look terrible. How are you doing? He's really shocked from the battle. Just stunned silence from this one.
No, I mean, it just takes it out of me.
Understandable. It's been quite a day, actually. I was just kidding. You don't look terrible. I'm still the handsome one, but you look... well, you still got an arm off. But that'll get fixed, I think, maybe? You powerful sword wielder. It's a metaphor. Don't worry about it. Seashell thing.
Terry, are you coming or not? Because we really gotta go.
I'd like to approach the fiendish red-eyed demon creature.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, all right. Let's just... all right. Okay.
What's wrong?
Are we friends?
Of course we are.
All right.
You're friends with my friends.
I would like to reach back into my one of my many pouches, my belt of many pouches. It's just actually a belt with many pouches. And I would like to pull out a small locket on a rather tarnished looking chain. How is it you intend to get these people to the dangerous lands of Beastly Shadow Atlas rescue situation?
Well, you see, I'm a cleric of the Raven Queen. Have you heard of the Raven Queen, by the way?
You know, yeah, actually, I'm not home right now. If you want to come back later,
I'm
Oh,
just
no.
teasing you.
Okay, I forgot we were in person there for a minute. Anyway,
Yes, I'm going to cast Plane Shift on all of us to get us there.
oh, that's rather powerful magic. Powerful magics. And how much powerful of this magics do you have at your active disposal?
Well, I'm a high priestess of the Raven Queen. I have access to all of her powers.
All right, let's go with the soft sell, maybe.
She's a very powerful lady.
She's very impressive.
I'd like to,
Yep.
to open
Kind
my
of a lot.
locket. And I'm going to look in my locket for just a brief moment.
Is that
And then I want
somebody
to-
you need me to bring back?
They're not gone.
Oh. Usually people keep symbols of dead people in lockets.
People do a lot of things, I guess.
Go ahead, what are you going to say?
Well, Captain Eldon, sir, Owl, are you around?
You already know I am, Terry.
That's right. All right. Could I borrow you for just a second?
Sure, why not?
Do you still have that ring on you? Fantastic. By the way, you did a very good job of making sure this wasn't destroyed in some type of lava flow.
I told you.
It's the only one ring of its kind, actually.
Yeah?
And then I'd like to open the chain and slip the necklace chain through it. And I'd like to put it on. Captain Eldon, Raven Queen emissary
Zydaria?
of door
Zydaria.
knocking. Exactly.
Zydaria.
I was just getting to that, actually. I was giving you your proper full title as a matter of respect.
High Priestess of the Raven Queen, Zytharia Quilcrest.
Exactly. We already have a Your Highness and a Your Majesty. There's
Who's
a
your
lot going
highness?
on. Well, Leone, it turns out, is like a queen of princes or
Who's
something.
your majesty then?
That's Atlas, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. They're engaged to be wed. It's a whole thing. So anyway,
I
I just lock eyes with Zytharia. I'm like,
not-
just,
Everybody's trying to lock eyes with Zytharia right now.
yeah,
just
just like,
I did not know that.
well, I just found it out recently myself, so it didn't put you that far behind the curve if you think about it. Regardless,
I was
I-
engaged once.
oh, that's a fantastic circumstance. Are you still engaged, or are you no longer engaged?
No longer engaged.
Yeah, that also happens. As it turns out, we were in the same ship in that particular harbor.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. I got the second best thing.
What's the second best thing?
Well, I don't have my love readily accessible, which, sure, disappointment, yeah. But I have a lot of great friends around, you know.
I do too.
That's, of course you do, High Priestess of the Raven Queen, Zytheria. Now,
Not quite.
well, we're getting there, I'm pretty sure.
Repeat after me.
Repeat.
Zydaria.
Zytharia.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
Like
Jerry.
the instrument. All right. Captain Eldon, sir.
yeah.
Because I feel as if your movement and your actions are that of a stealthy ne'er-do-well for good, sort of. Does it make sense? Good, I'm glad. Have you saved my life at any point that you're aware of?
Indirectly, maybe.
Kai, have you found such such an undertaking to be taxing on you?
No.
Weren't you in a worm that one time?
It was taxing on me. It was
Yeah,
very taxing
It
on
wasn't
me.
taxing on me. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was a little hot in the desert.
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm getting a bit of a bronze going. I think for another three minutes or so.
Yep.
Terry, how often could you make me super tall?
Like, kind of a lot, actually. That's sort of trivial. I make kids just huge back in town all the time.
Okay.
They're playing, they want to go to a soccer tryout. So, all right, take this with you, and you're massive now. It's very short term. It's technically not allowed in the rules, but it's not important. Yeah, I could make you just gigantic. I could cast it 1,000 times on you, but you're still just that one big size, not like 1,000 times bigger.
Good to know.
I've tried that. It doesn't work. Anyway, Ilden, if I already know what Kisra's vote is, best friends. Exactly. And if you feel as if I'm not going to immediately suicide myself by poor decision, I've said a great deal of goodbyes in my time, and I only have one more that I have to say for sure. But when and how I say the rest of them, at least for my immediate future, I think I want to leave up to the rest of you, except for Kisra, because I already know. Kisra wants me around as much as possible. I can see it. She's coming unraveled.
There's
I want to make sure I help, though, you know.
just one thing. Are you talking about coming to the Beastlands with us?
Well, people need to know what I'm doing, and right now I'm looking for a camel. I might have blown some of them up. I don't know what happened to the camels. Do we have camels? Did we blow up our camels?
Have a camel.
We came here on a number of camels. We actually were +1. We had a surplus of camels.
Well, we did in case one of them
Yep.
died.
Oh, well,
I'm pretty sure those are
if they are.
absconded.
Not.
Wasn't there an army out here earlier, though?
Yeah.
Right.
That's where I think they might have gone.
I think she's right.
So, are you
Well-
trying to come with us to the Beastlands? Because if you are, there's a slight hiccup.
Yeah.
I can
Sort of
only
like
bring so many creatures,
traveling.
and if Atlas is gone, that means his family is gone too.
How many people can you transport, Cytharia?
I think 8 including me.
That's going to be too many people regardless then.
We've got Captain Burke we've got to deal with as well.
Oh.
But... Ugh.
Well, I'll leave this matter in your very capable hands. And Terry would like to head back towards the entrance and just have a nice little sit down up against the pillar again. Taking the rest of the world as the gold fades from my shoulders and it just becomes like a pinkish burn. Terry sits there and he endures it.
That accent shift.
If
Oh,
we
8 people
find-
and me.
if we find Atlas's family, then people are gonna have to stay back anyway.
Oh, well, I forgot about this conversation.
Yeah, so
Yep. It's not going to change anything.
No.
we still have to make 2 trips, at least on the way back.
Fool.
Are you going to just keep collecting people?
I don't
It's-
see what's wrong with that.
It's
Okay.
Leona's thing.
I mean, to be fair, we just stood down an army of 300 people that probably should have killed us, and they all seem to know Terry. So, you know, not entirely sure how safe he is if we leave him.
Yeah, he ain't safe here.
Though, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure how safe we are here, but I don't know how I feel leaving him here.
I mean,
But then I don't entirely know what we do after.
I
because
hate
he-
to leave Atlas any longer.
Right.
But kind of is Captain Burke, is she awake and conscious, or is she okay? Okay.
Is she very, very angry?
Yeah.
Is that anger directed directly at us?
Why?
Hey, this isn't our fault.
This one ain't on us. That's fine.
Anyways, I will continue. We don't have anything particularly tying us to Iolan right now.
Or nothing at all, really.
If we find somewhere to hide for the night, I could take us back to Wolfcrest tomorrow,
I
and
can
then we could.
take us to Wolfcrest right now.
Oh, well, then we could.
And then we
We
just
could
leave
leave.
from there.
We could. We wouldn't be abandoning people in the desert, and they would be
Correct.
safe from desert people.
Okay,
Let's
so
be
Paul-
clear though, because even if we leave all extraneous people in Wolfcrest, we will still have to leave people in the Beastlands overnight.
Sure, that's yes.
I
Regardless,
mean, but if we don't have to bring Captain Burke to the Beastlands,
I'm pretty sure
Right.
we need 5. That's still the numbers still don't, because we're going to find his whole family. So the numbers are still going to, unless some of us decide not to go.
that's not happening.
Yeah, no.
So then it's going to take us 2 trips regardless, assuming we're able to find all of his family. And
I mean, can we? So I thought, are doing a quick count. Are we at 8 right now with everybody here?
2, 4, 6. Yes.
2, 4, 6. We have Burke,
7.
and
We're at 7.
so we're at 7.
We drop
Okay.
those, we're still going to be over, though.
Well, no, right. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if we could make it to the Beastlands in the first place.
We just won't be able to get back. So I don't hate this idea.
I vote we just do one trip, and then the people that need to get to safety immediately get to safety immediately when we find them, and then the people, us, can stay
So
overnight
So
until.
go to Wolfcrest.
So we just go straight to the Beastlands.
I mean, we
Would be
did
better.
tell Atlas we were coming.
So
You watch as Burke stands up and begins to walk across the bridge.
Captain,
Captain,
She walks away.
Sounds that way.
at least, Captain, where are you going? There's only desert out there.
She keeps walking.
I will run up to her. Captain, I'm sorry we weren't able to save your ship, but we're your...
She walks away.
Captain, don't... Are you just going to... Don't just walk into the desert. At least let us give you supplies or something.
I have everything I need.
We just untied you from... Leo just untied you from a mast. Your crew was killed.
I'm going to go up behind Alexander, and I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder. Blondie. Can't fix
No.
everything.
But it's throwing away. It's
Wasteful.
yes.
That was wasteful.
What was wasteful? When they brought an army to threaten us? I mean, they must have captured you. I assume you didn't come willingly.
I'm leaving. This is goodbye.
I
The
don't
end.
understand.
I rolled with the 7. Do you know what that means? That
I
means
do.
I have seen some of the most dangerous beings out here. And I'm done with y'all.
What?
That's how a relationship works. You get to cut ties when it doesn't work for you. Goodbye.
I don't understand.
You don't have to. Best of luck to you. But I'm not going to the Beastlands with you. You watch as she takes her now entirely torn to shreds coat and lets it fall. Is barely hanging onto her anyway. Tightens her hat a little bit. Turns her back.
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna get the jacket, the coat.
This is one of the few things she can control right now.
What is? Choosing to die in a desert? Choosing to throw away her life?
She's tougher than she looks.
We survived because we had a guide and an endless flask of water. She's alone.
Still her choice, Blondie.
It's a stupid one.
Oh, I didn't say it was smart. Could have at least let us drop her off in town, but this is what she can do.
Does
She
she?
had a whole lot of not being able to do anything. So
Does it look like she's heading back towards town? How long was that walk? It was 3 days.
That's a long time.
If you have camels, a little quicker.
I'd offer my flying horse, but I don't think she'd accept it. She'll be alright. Eventually. Not for the next few days, it's gonna set, but eventually she'll be alright.
Scythari, could you get us to town quicker than 3 days?
Which town?
Oh, that's right. You have to know where it is, don't you?
I have to have set it already. I only have it set up for Wolfcrest.
I thought you had gate. That was my bad.
I have gate.
You have to.
I have gate spell.
Can you drop people off and not go back through? How does that spell work?
Technically, it's supposed to be centered on the creature, and you pull them through, or something like that. I've only done it a handful of times.
Well, I've only seen it done once, and that was with a scroll, and I'm still not entirely sure if.
She'll be fine. Captain Burke is about as old as I am.
She's strong and tough.
Leona, anything that we do for her right now, this minute, will not be looked on fondly.
I was gonna say, I'm surprisingly
actually-
with Kestra on this
I'm
one.
actually less worried about her, to be honest, than I am the original plan that we were trying to navigate.
Well, whatever we do, we should do it quick, because it's hot out here.
God, it's hot. And there was a lot of people, and I imagine you don't gather a lot of people without more people seeing.
So, are we going straight to the Beastlands then?
I think it's probably the wisest.
Okay. And are we bringing Terry?
I think we should. Only because
I know. So I feel a little guilty saying this. Don't tell him I said this. But I feel in my head when I imagine Captain Burke wandering through the desert back to the town where hundreds of people just tried to murder us. When I imagine that situation with Captain Burke and then with Terry, I feel very differently about both of those situations.
but why?
Well, I definitely don't think I think he'd be safer with us. But I also don't entirely know how this... I'm sorry. How this, plane shifting thing works. And I know we're going to have to take 2 trips at some point down the line anyway, but I also know that we probably won't be coming back here. And Terry has unfinished business here on Iolan.
Zathar is going to have to come back here at some point. This is where
Mom,
Atlas's family's from. Not here
Oh.
specifically, but
Oh,
like...
but I suppose Atlas's family would probably want to come back here.
I mean,
Would you be able to get...
I'm working on spells. I might be able to get us. I plan on coming back specifically here in the future.
Okay.
But I just don't know how soon it will be. They might be moved to San Maria for a few years or a few months, or I don't know. Until we find another airship captain, or I figure out some magic.
His monk people had ways of getting back and forth on the continent.
That's fair.
It's not just us.
Okay. Well, then I vote we bring him with us. If he wants to come with us.
Sure.
Eldon?
He ain't holding us back.
I mean, he saved my life, so...
Exactly.
You will
I think
look
you
over
saved
now
all
and
of our
see
lives with that
Terry
meteor
doing
swarm.
yoga and stretching in the central portion of the entry gate.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're all in agreement. Zaitharia, do you have any...
I mean, if Alexander and you all really like him, who am I to stand in the way?
I mean,
have a
if
question.
nothing else, we can drop him in Wolfcrest when we're done, and he can be safe there for a little while, and then I can eventually get him back to do his
Okay.
errand.
Okay.
You're going to say something, Cassandra?
Yeah. Do you have any friends in Solaris?
Not anymore.
Never mind then.
Sorry.
I'll put a light hand on your shoulder. Zaitharia's shoulder.
Sure.
And then I
Okay.
guess I'll go get Terry. Terry, I imagine you're upside down.
Yep, just working on my handstands.
So, could
Hang on,
you-
hang on.
okay.
Yep, let me just kick off. All right. That one was probably a good 4 out of 5, actually.
it was very impressive.
One of my better ones yet. Feeling pretty confident.
So, we are leaning towards the idea of you coming with us. In fact,
Okay.
everyone kind of thinks you should come with us, but I want you to know, because I know that you have a goal that you are trying to follow through on, a promise.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how quickly we could guarantee you getting back here. I can promise you we can get you back to this island, to Iolan.
Sure. Yeah.
I just...
All right. Well, hear about this. Kisra!
What?
I know you're feeling a little rough right now. I'm sorry. I don't mean to discuss business with you when you've had such a knacker going on. But I would like to make an arrangement with you. 10 posthumous gold I'll award you.
God.
Oh, God. Yeah?
In the event, you know what? Captain Eldon, he'll tell you. He knows. Do you agree?
She agrees.
So
Fantastic.
Don't worry about it, Kisra. It's fine.
Exactly. Not even concerned. The owl knows all. Now,
Okay.
thank you, best friend. It's like a portal thing though, and it's like not a beach, correct? Am I understanding that correctly? It's
I mean,
not a beach?
I've
It's like
never
the
been
opposite
there,
of a
but
beach, I
it doesn't sound like a beach.
Nah, it doesn't sound like it.
Although I should probably, if we are planning on going, I could maybe... Zytharia, how... When you do plane shifting things, do you get to like, decide where you land in... No, that face does not instill a lot of confidence, but it'll be fine.
A little bit.
Okay.
Well, as long as I
well,
turn out on the other side, I'm happy.
That's fair. I guess I can ask Atlas if he has any...
Sounds like that is not
Let's-
a guarantee.
We know that he's in the night
Right.
version.
We have narrowed it down.
I would say let's wait until we're there before we contact him, so we don't risk
Okay.
losing the message in the astral sea.
Oh! You're smart, Alexander.
He is really smart.
Alexander is rather smart, actually.
Okay.
Only too smart.
Well, the desert is much cooler at night, and I think that is... I'm already starting to pink up a little bit, and that's kind of concerning. If no one's got any ray block, I definitely need to get somewhere quickly.
I activate my shield and have it hover over him.
Oh my god.
I'm wearing...
He's a wizard too? All of you are so fantastic.
I will
This is a miracle.
turn
It
to...
only lasts for a minute, but you know.
I'll turn to Zytharia.
Do you see? It's just up there.
Can we go now?
It's just up there. It's
I-
floating.
I think we're ready.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're ready.
Okay.
She reaches into her bag and pulls out a gold tuning fork.
And strikes it against the ground. It plays an F.
Sure.
Can you sing an F?
I'm not... I don't have perfect pitch. I'm not that good.
I could play it, but it would be very loud.
I was almost there.
There you go.
Real harmonizing going on here.
F's in chat,
F's in
please.
the chat.
Okay. And with that, we plane shift
Oh my
to the
gosh.
Beastlands. And that's where we're going to take our midstream break because I have to pee really bad.
Yes.
So excited about the Beastlands. We'll be right back.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so. Oh baby, I love your madness. It's.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrit. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by Found Familiar. Did you know that every bag of Found Familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of Found Familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by Found Familiar in conjunction with Devin Rue. Now that's canon. Found Familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Won't you pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless. I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. And give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless. I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right and the way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. And give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right and the way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless. I know. Just do what you want with want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.